Are you a foreigner looking to work in Indonesia, or simply want to know how to make a legal binding agreement based on Indonesian law? Hello, my name is Ika Farida. I am a doctor of law. Today I will share with you some tips based on the current Indonesian law, and this video is useful for Indonesians who want to enter employment agreement with foreigners too. Okay, if you find this video helpful, then please don't forget to leave a like and comment. Okay, my first tips will be based on the government regulation number 34 year 2021. The employment agreement with the foreigners based on the prevailing law in Indonesia, we have to fulfill a few requirements. Number one is the agreement has to be in the form of fixed term employment. It is also mentioned in the government regulation number 34 2021, yeah, that with the foreigners, the Indonesian company or the company which exists in Indonesia, whether it is the fully Indonesian investor or also mixed from the foreign investor, when they want to make employment agreement with the foreigner, they have to make a contract that has a limitation on the year, cannot make as a permanent. That is tips number one. And number two is you should only can enter to work in Indonesia if your position is the same or higher than a manager. So you cannot just make agreement or just work if you have no capability as a manager. Regarding the detail of the position, for example, the title is not only the manager but also like the position, it is prohibited as a foreigner to take care of the personnel department. The detail of what kind of position that it is prohibited or what it is allowed, it is mentioned in the directors, commissioners, head of representative of foreign companies, supervisor or manager or supervisor of foundation. Yeah, more information for this occupation are regulated and explained in the attachment of Ministry of Manpower Decree 228 year 2019. Number three, the foreigner also required to fulfill what we call it RPTKA. It is the Expatriate Manpower Utilization Plan. It is also mentioned in the government regulation number 34. And then the next condition that the foreigner also should possess a national security program if you has a plan to work in Indonesia for more than 6 months. If it is less, then this social insurance or insurance security is not necessary. Number five, the company has to provide or has to prepare an Indonesia who will get the transfer of know-how and knowledge from one foreigners. So the job is training and then transferring the knowledge to this Indonesian. And then the last one is that it might sound like a bit of checklist, but let me assure you, the format of employment agreement for foreigner workers is basically the same with Indonesia, but with certain exceptional, like I just mentioned before. So, if you are foreigners, don't forget to make sure that you are eligible first before you sign an employment agreement with the company. And if you are making the employment agreement for the foreigners, for the company side, please do not forget to ask if they fulfill all the requirement list I've mentioned previously. Yeah? If everything settled, the second tips for making employment agreement is the fulfillment of a valid agreement in accordance with the Article 1320 of the Civil Code of Indonesia. Those are, number one, the term should be agreed. So this is consensual agreement between both parties. Make sure that everybody is agree. Everybody means the both parties agree. So this issue, the content of the agreement has to be explained clearly by the HR department so that the foreign worker understand what is the right and their obligation. Secondly, the person who sign or who will sign the agreement should be a capable person, means the worker itself has to sign. The worker cannot ask somebody else by the proxy or power of attorney to sign under his or her name. And also from the company side, if the HR manager doesn't have any right to sign the agreement with the third party, then he or she has to get the power of attorney or proxy from the director or from the president director. This requirement has to be fulfilled, okay? And the next is that the content of the agreement has to be in accordance with the law. For example, we cannot just insert in the employment agreement a wording like the employee has obligation to bring the narcotic from one place to another place, for example. No, it is cannot. Okay. And finally, it must contain the right and obligation. The employment agreement itself has to contain the right and obligation of both parties, especially the workers, the foreign workers. They have to know when they will receive the salary. They have to know what will be the job description. They have to know where to go if they want to work, for example, workplace. So those kind of things has to be mentioned in the employment agreement. Because the general ones are already mentioned in the company regulation or in the CLA, collective labor agreement, so the specific or particular issue can be mentioned in the employment agreement. And if everything is fulfilled, and you can double check and cross check again, the employment agreement shall be valid and binding after the parties sign it, and then it is basing on the Indonesian law. I hope this video is helpful and informative. Comment down below if you want more tips, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm Eka Farida. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.